guys.
What's going on, KP? How you doing, brothers? Finally, you come and meet you.
I know, I gotta say
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My phone was just like bleeping in the background as usual. Tonight we have got a special guest. As you can see him in the live, we didn't put him in the background because we had major technical difficulties. As usual, DNTV is a bit low today. That is so unfair for DNTV. That really is. Oh, don't worry. It happens. It's a new feature. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, it is the big news of night time. We have got a special guest on here named called John. Let's see if I get it right. McGregorson?
Megason?
Ah! See, this is part of dyslexia. Well, I'm telling you. You might know more for many films of The Conjuring, and also, I have got a list here, and I am really good. I just got rushed myself to make sure this guy gets on here and being seen and heard. If you've got any questions for him, please put in a comment. You won't mind answering any questions, do you?
I do not, no.
He's been seen on The Conjuring, The Beyond, A Haunting in Riverwood, and The Legend of Johnny Jones, which is a bit of a horror guy. I seen that your bio as well. A lot of information you got, yeah? Which means John from Red Ridge Paranormal will actually speak in the next minute.
No. One thing stands out, John. You seem to have stayed very busy, especially over the last couple of years. How did you find it?
It's a good question. I would say I didn't find it. It kind of found me. The pandemic hit out here with the COVID pandemic 19, and everything was shut down. And so I didn't have much to do. I needed to figure something out. And so I decided to see, I was doing commercial print modeling stuff, and there was not anything going on for it. So my agent at the time for modeling said, try acting out. So I started to do YouTube videos and was networking and finding local creators in my area, and was just trying to get on set and do what I could. And at the end of 2020, I ended up doing 10 short films. Things started to click for me really quickly, and it seemed like it fit, and I ended up loving it. And 2021 came, and things seemed to get more busy. And then through that year, I was able to accomplish a lot. I won a Best Leader Actor Award for a film I did. I did my first film with Eric Roberts. Familiar with him? With Larry Roberts' brother. I did a film with him. Yeah. I did a couple other features. The Haunting in Ravenwood was my first lead in a feature. And then I did The Conjuring. And then I did another one called The Pillow Party Massacre, which is released next year. The year just went by. These last couple of years just kind of flew by and went by really, really fast.
I mean, I find that really inspirational, and it's also, it shows you how you adapted as well. So that you adapted. You use the Ultimate Man's Manual YouTube, and you recreated yourself in a way. I mean, I find that quite remarkable. But,
the biggest thing of it all was like when the pandemic hit, a lot of people weren't looking for work, and the industry was kind of slow. So it gave me the opportunity to work on my craft and to get better. So when things did start to pick up again, I came in more prepared. So I used the pandemic as an advantage to really find work and do what I could. And it's funny because you mentioned horror. I'm not a horror guy. That's the funny thing is I actually do. I'm not. I specialize. I do a lot of comedy and drama, like rom-coms, kind of films like those. For me, what it is, it's the roles that I get in horror films. What I like. It's the type of roles that I get, characters that I really connect with. And horror is just is an easy thing to do. It's especially out here. There's a lot of horror films, so it's an easy way to be seen. People love horror films. I did the Michael Myers fan film. I was telling you about, and
Yep.
we actually got better reviews and ratings than the Halloween End, which was nice. And we're transitioning over into the next chapter of the series. We're going to do a Friday the 13th film now.
Oh,
Jason
lovely.
Voorhees.
The
Jason Voorhees.
legend. The
Yeah, so
legend.
Jason Voorhees beats Michael. So that's going to be a very good one. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. And I have got a crazy idea. I'd love to be able to run it past you. So I love horror, and I've kind of rewrote something in my mind. Drew knows about it, but I'll have to run it past you. See what you think. But wow, how did you find that transition, like comedy to horror? I mean, that's pretty good. That's
Um, so I was doing a lot of comedy and drama, and then I had the opportunity to do a haunted in neighborhood. I don't know if you saw that one yet.
yeah,
Um, okay, so I got the opportunity to do something different, which I wanted to do. So when I got into the industry, I wanted to be the most versatile and have the most range, and not a typecast. So the role itself was just really, really, it was really teeth-seeking to me because he's such a narcissist, controlling, he's everything that I'm not. So it was
Yeah.
fun to play something like that. So getting into that role was like, I had to do it, and that kind of broke me away from being typecast all the time as the ones I was getting from drama. So
No,
So-
that's amazing. Yeah.
So, if it's some of the questions from the audience, West Midlands Paranormal said he loves The Conjuring, just to be aware of. I gotta admit, I watched some of your clip, and you were a pretty good damn actor. Fair point too. So, Midlands Paranormal said, also, will you be stopping with, I cannot say them long words today, Jay. Come on, buddy. Dyslexia, but Pardonium Horror, or will you be referring in any other silence? Is there silence? Can you see that one? I'm dyslexic, so I apologize.
Styles.
Styles.
Okay, so I actually have 4 movies releasing next year. I have one called, and I actually just released the trailer on my Instagram. It's called Dragon on the Hills. It's a medieval 14th century film. So I have one coming out there. I have a comedy film coming out at the end of the year. And then also too, I don't know if you saw on my Facebook Drew, but I actually just got cast for my own TV show. So I have my own TV show I'm going to be filming in New England next summer.
Can I come and jump on it?
That's
New England, Massachusetts, so Boston.
Right, that's it. No, I'm cancelling my show and I'm going to his. I'll see you all later. Okay, I'm going.
I'm going for a trip.
to his. That's it, I'm done. TNTV's moving there. We're going to work with this guy. But no, some of your movies have been great. You've done some stuff with Coca-Cola, and you've done some major horror stuff. Wet by side with some people. But one of the biggest thing is your new project. What have you got? Any new projects coming out at the moment? Even more? Don't give too much details away, if you're allowed.
Yes, but next. So from now till about April, it's kind of a slow time, like holidays and music kind of slow down this time. But I do have a lot of projects coming up about April. So from April till December next year, I have 4 projects coming out. I start 3 more projects. I have a TV series I'm doing in New England. I'm going to New Jersey in the fall to work with Danny Trejo and those guys.
Danny's amazing. He's
yeah.
absolutely amazing. I've heard about him.
That one's actually going to be the biggest film I've ever done. We got a call about its releases, where it's going to be released. I can't give any details on that yet, because they have a marketing team and press company that's going to take care of all that. But I have that one. Once I finish with that, then I'll be in New England for the summer filming the TV show.
That's great.
Can I ask you a question? What was a Dial 1 for Murder? What was that like doing that movie as well?
Which one?
The Dial 1 for Murder. You done a shot with
Oh,
it.
that was fun.
Yeah, bro.
That was a fun one to do. That was just me collabing with a bunch of creatives out here in the area just to do something for fun. It was all improv, which was fun. So there was no actual script. We kind of just went with it.
It was
Yeah.
pretty good though how it was done though from like Mystery Murders online. If I remember right, by using a mobile phone, and it
Yeah.
literally was a prop out sense from that. I kind of have that situation in my mind where my mobile is someone actually going to do that, or by using social media, because it does actually freak me out a little bit. but
And
Those
somebody,
are the best ones as well, aren't they? The ones what you can think that really could happen, or something like it could really happen, or because it leaves you thinking from these films that you watch that these things can happen, and I think they're most effective, those films. But yeah, you mentioned comedy. I love comedy. I don't know what type. I must admit, I don't know what type of comedy you do, but I like it from. I like the cheesy comedy to the really dry sense of humour.
yeah,
I like all that. So it, I like comedy overall. There's a real craft to it. Yeah. So
the thing about comedy too is like what I find is it's more funny when you're not trying to be funny. And
yeah,
I think
definitely.
the problem is like with comedy, it's hard to make because you have to have a good script for it. And a lot of people I've noticed that when they're trying to be funny, it doesn't come out that way. So you kind of have to let the script just do what it's supposed to do
Yeah.
and not try to overdo it. So I have a comedy coming out. I think sometime in January. It's called The Friend Zone. So
Right. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a sci-fi / comedy. So that's gonna be a fun one to see when that releases.
okay,
Excellent.
I got a comment here for you. Oh, Charles Rude from Texas. Have you ever had paranormal experience yourself since doing these
That's
movies?
No, but as a kid, I did experience sleep paralysis a lot. That was something that I did experience. So filming The
Wow.
Conjuring was, yeah. I used to get it like twice every couple weeks. And I actually did experience it one or two times after filming The Conjuring when I came home. I actually
Oh,
experienced it like twice after. It was pretty crazy. But filming, there was a question. Someone asked if I ever was it scary filming The Conjuring. The thing is about making these movies, it's when we're filming them, it's all fun. Like it's not scary. It's not what people think. Like there's so many things that go into it, like the special effects and the music. Like all
yeah.
that stuff is added in post production. So actually filming it, it's like the best time. We have such a good time.
That's it's good to know that as well. Actually, I mean, yeah, you don't want people acting these roles actually scared to death. Yeah, you don't
No,
want that, do
but
you?
what I will say though, there was some moments where I actually got so lost into the role when things started to become real. Do you remember the scene in The Conjuring when I was in the bed and the sleep demon came
Yeah.
and he was so that was actually the first time I saw the sleep demon ever.
Are
I
you
didn't see it before.
serious?
Yeah. So when I actually opened my eyes and saw it, I actually freaked out. I've never seen it before. Yeah. I was like, holy shit. Where did this
Have you
come from?
ever played? Have you ever played that game called Red Yellow Man? They put people into a deep sleep. Have you ever tried that? That is
No,
the
I've never.
freakiest game ever going. That should be the next movie, the Red and Yellow Man of the Conjuring. That'd be
Never
wicked.
seen that.
It's like really wicked, but apparently you get yourself into a hypnotize, like what you do in Conjuring with the sleep paralysis, and you literally get yourself into it, and then you say red yellow man, yeah, red yellow man, and they go down this character, and it opens the door, and it freaks out. Next minute, yeah,
So
it's everywhere.
someone kind of guides you into it, don't they? As well, while you're half asleep, and if you catch them at the right point, yeah, it scares people.
I
I
reckon
mean,
I'll be in the next Conjuring. I reckon he'll be in it. I reckon he
Oh,
would be in it, John. I can imagine him being there, literally just in there. Next minute, Drew, do you know what happened? I crap myself because I literally people have known to come out like psychologically crazy from it, but It is pretty good.
Tell you that's a fair trick to play on someone. I'm acting on a scene. The first time you see this demon, it's when you open your eyes. It's not in backstage when they're making it up or finishing it off. It's right above you.
Yeah. So, do you remember Conjuring or Haunting in Ravenwood? The woman who played my wife.
Yeah,
Right. Yep.
I know which one it is.
She was the sleep demon.
Ah, right.
That makes sense.
Ah, yeah.
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 Yep. She
Wow.
was the sleep demon.
Right. So, I mean, that's amazing. That. So yeah. Shut
like-
your eyes when you wake up. You'll be met with your sleep demon.
Yeah.
Was it like illusion to you then, especially in the film? Was it like all illusion how your mind works in the sleep paralysis then?
Yeah, like for me, it was like because she avoided everybody the whole time, and
I've seen
so
some stuff.
when we got to that point of the film, I was already so locked into character and everything that was going on, and so my mind had already tricked myself into thinking like everything that's happening right now is really happening, and so the freak out in the bed was an actual natural reaction.
Yeah. Wow. That's amazing. Also, everyone, there's a few people asking about links. We will be posting links regularly on page at John's work. And if it's all right, we'll share trailers onto his page and things like that. Because
Yeah, you guys can share whatever you guys want. That's fine with me.
yeah,
He's given me like a load of links already, like in my chat, and I'm like,
have 'em.
I got his Instagram. So if you want his Instagram, I'll check that on DNTV by again, because we've been sharing out like mad, haven't we?
yeah.
We
It's
even got to
always
Sir
good.
Piers Morgan as well.
What's that?
His name also got to Sir Piers Morgan, and also I put on BBC News as well.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. We literally linked him everywhere. He was everywhere.
Thank you.
But
Yeah, so like, go ahead.
No, sorry. Yeah, I was just about to say with sleep paralysis. As a child, I used to have a reoccurring dream, and I literally I've had a sleep paralysis where I woke up and I saw. It sounds really strange. I live in England. No, never been to Japan, anything like that. Can't remember any films. And as a child, I woke up and there was a samurai, like warrior, stood over my bed. And this is as a kid, and I can still see it to this day. And I used to have a reoccurring dream over years. It had come back like maybe once or twice for that year, and then a few years later, it'd do it again. And every time I had this dream, I'd get further outside house to this house where a silhouette was. It was just strange because I thought I'd forgot about it. I weren't thinking about it, and it just came back. This reoccurring dream. It hasn't happened for about 8 years now. So
that's funny. That's funny you said that because the director for The Conjuring, the way he came up with that was all from his personal experience.
Ah, right. Okay. Wow.
That script was written based off what he went through. Yeah.
That was Calvin, wasn't it? That was Calvin McCann, wasn't it?
Calvin McCarthy. Calvin
McCarthy, yeah. Super legend guy.
Amazing.
You gotta hook me up with Calvin. You got it.
Yeah, I'll send. Oh, he actually was the same director, so I work with that team a lot. They're a 7C production company. They did Haunting in Ravenwood. They did The Conjuring. We just did one called The Pillow Party Massacre, which is like an old style slasher, like a heavy slasher movie. That's going to be coming out next year. And then we're going to start up another one probably in January, February time.
Excellent.
You're going to do quite a bit with Calvin, aren't you? You are. So
yeah,
I've noticed quite a few.
It's kind of like if like with Adam Sandler and how he has his group of guys, so they always make the same movies together.
Yeah,
it's the same thing. We always use the same cast and crew for all. He does a movie every 3 months, so we always come back to this. Yeah.
Wow.
would you ever do another Conjuring film then? Would you ever do another one? If it was another Conjuring.
If he wrote one, then yeah, I would do it.
This is like, is
That's
it
good.
like a twister, like from the actual Conjuring movie as well? Like and Lorraine Warren one as well. Is it based on a twist?
No, it's a whole nother storyline.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it like from any other The Conjuring as well? Like the 2013 one as well?
Nope, it's like starting like a whole new chapter.
Whole new
thing.
book, whole new
Yeah.
chapter.
Yeah.
Damn! I thought it was a twisty. That's my fault on that line. But now it's all good though. If it's a new chapter, then that means another one is being created to be watched again in a very high place, and
Like, did you
a lot of people
did you
like
remember how
watching.
it ended?
No, I cannot. My fault. That's my
Oh, that's fine. I don't want to spoil it for people. So I won't say.
done. Done. 'Cause do you know how many people get grouchy at us for that? They literally tell me off if I try and spoil something.
Well,
So,
I ruined End of Halloween live on air, and I got some pretty good messages. I watched it straight away. I said something, and they went, "Well, thanks a lot for that." But yeah, I mean, what kind of movies do you watch if you get time to watch movies? I was just wondering what type you usually go for, kind of thing.
It's funny because I'm not a big TV watcher.
Yeah.
It's weird. Weird to say. I'm really not. It's weird. People ask me like, "Who's your inspirations?" and like, "What type of movies do you watch?" I'm like, I really don't watch movies and TV like that.
Yeah, I mean, you've spent a lot of time doing work, training yourself into other things. So I can imagine it's great to see that kind of high activity as well, though. And like you were saying, keeping with that bunch of people with creative minds. I suppose you get to know each other. You know what. There's a cohesion there between you, so that must be pretty good. And I bet you'll have a laugh.
Quite a bit, yes.
You've got to do that, definitely. So yeah, I mean, back to that as well. With Conjuring and sleep paralysis. What have you had many reviews back? People coming back to you on that?
Yeah, the reviews are always going to be up and downs, mixed reviews. Some people like it, some people didn't like it. It just depends on what you like. But me personally, I appreciate the bad reviews more than the good ones. Me personally, I like to see the comments and what people think about it. I think the biggest thing for people was like, and this comes from like a marketing standpoint, like anything that says like Conjuring, people are gonna automatically go and watch.
Yeah.
So I already kind of expected what was gonna happen when this movie released because people were thinking that it was part of the same Conjurings that were made in the early 2000s, and not knowing that this was a whole new chapter and separate. So I've gotten some reviews for it. It's funny you said that because I was at the gas station last night putting gas in my car, and somebody had recognized me from it. Someone ran. So I was like, "Oh, that's crazy." It's like, "Wow, that's nuts." Someone actually recognized me from The Conjuring. Yeah, so I'm like, "That's cool."
That's pretty good.
Yeah, you're starting to get more recognized now, so even more. Question: Stephen Link, your buddy, Mr. Stephen Link. Is it Lincoln?
Oh,
Stephen...
are you talking about
Steve?
Are you talking about Steve Larkin?
Yeah, Larkin, that's his name. Hey, well, there is. Steve Larkin. Great guy to work with. We had a little chit chat.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. He is actually what you said, really funny. Straight down to earth. I actually did find him pretty cool. We started connecting a lot. But you two actually quite funny together, yet. And when you have your moments, it's you both got yourself in your mind and you know what you both want. But I'll be chatting with him on the 10th of May, and the word was he wanted me to say hi to you when we were live. So that was a nice little Yeah, I had a good chat with him. He's pretty awesome. Fair point.
I love
I
this
just
guy.
want
I can't wait to see what comes on there.
I can't wait because it's gonna be funny. I'm not gonna lie. He's
Yeah.
ready to go. Just like you, you're funny. But it's gonna be funny when he's on here. Trust me. He's ready to warn me what he's like. So,
Well,
go ahead, John. Sorry, mate.
yeah. I was just sorry to ask. I was just wondering what the comedy scene is where you're based. Just because I do look at a few podcasts, lives over in Texas. Comedy club and comedy scene from there. I watch a lot of that. I just wondered what it were like. Have you done a tour like that around watching comedy, that kind of thing? Because I do pick up those shows like watching comedy acts over there. So and it's always really funny. There's some good stuff.
Yeah, and comedy is not easy to do.
No, I can imagine. But when you said also as well the Conjuring, the movies, and what people associate with them, and yeah, I know my 7-year-old should not have watched The Conjuring, but I came down and I found her watching it. She enjoyed it. She enjoyed that movie. Yeah, Conjuring. She's watched them all. If it's had Conjuring in, she watches it all. Not a bad dream inside. No worries. One thing that she watched a clip on YouTube, and it made her feel ill. And that were can you remember it show Jackass?
Jackass?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah, I just wondered, can you remember that show? She caught a bit of that, and she was like, "Dad, I never want to watch that again."
Oh.
She loved horror movies, but Jackass, no, she can't watch it. But you literally the stuff they pick up on the phone, it's amazing.
John, it's okay. Can I ask you one more question that's on this base before I go straight to the end? Question I want to ask you: did you do anything with Buffy the Slayer Vampire? Did you do like any previous back in the days?
No, so I started acting in 2020. So I'm still fresh new to it. But it's funny you said that because the TV show that I got, it's called Autumn Never Dies. It's 13 episodes. It's going to be on Amazon Prime. I got the main lead role. If you ever watched Pretty Little Liars or Charmed, you ever seen any of those shows?
Yes.
Okay.
Legend.
Okay. So the show is going to be pretty similar to that.
Oh, this is going to be good. I'm going to watch this.
It's going to be really good. 13 episodes for season 1. Yeah.
Wow.
Guys, make sure you check it out. Okay, Dorothy said, my 14-year-old wants to watch them after seeing a couple of people in the house on YouTube. I think that's related to your question.
To watching the films. Yeah. I suppose I was 8 when I watched my first horror film. When I were young, I kind of slyly took the video off the shelf, put it in, and my first movie was Evil Dead. The 80s version. It was quite scary, actually.
Yeah, those old 80s and late 80s horror movies were pretty scary.
Yeah, definitely.
I think the comedies is going to do amazing when he starts doing the comedies. I'm not being nasty. This guy is going to be a legend.
I love comedies. Yes, I can't wait.
I'm going to ask you one day, if you got a bit of free time, would you do a bit of free comedy on the MTV?
Free comedy?
Yeah.
Comedy's hard, man. I have to give all credit to the scripts.
If I can give any support, that'd be great. If I could, if you could do a bit of comedy on it.
I can try, but I don't know. Like I said, I give all the credit to the scripts. The scripts is what makes me look really well.
So what do I need to do to look after the scripts?
I'll get back to you on that one.
Look, I'm not doing anything naughty again, okay? I promise.
I'll get back to you on that, yeah.
Annette's asked a question. What is the film you've been in where you've most enjoyed doing so far?
Oh, that's such a great question. I would have to say, honestly, probably Conjuring for me. And the reason why I say that is because like the people that I work with, they're more than just a film crew. They're like my family. They're like a second family to me. So like we have such a good time on set filming, and the character of Porter is like playing Porter in The Conjuring was like the most fun character I got to play because like we both went on a journey together and like got to go through and experience stuff. And he's just like this most free, open, and you've seen he's a real what's the word? He's a little bit of annoying. He can be a little bit of annoying, and he's just like that guy that loves to be the center of attention, and he has to be. When you walk into the room, he has to be well known. So he's like everything that I'm not. I'm like complete opposite of this guy. So it was fun to play someone like him. And being with those guys when we filmed it, it took us 2 weeks to film. So it wasn't long. We filmed that movie in 2 weeks.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
That's amazing. So,
Calvin is by far the best director that I've ever met and worked with, and he is very, very organized. Like everything we do is like we're go, and we know what we're gonna do and how long we're gonna spend on it. So he makes everything just fly. So working with those guys is the best. So yes, to answer that question, or who asked that question?
It was Annette. So yeah.
Annette, yes. Yeah. The Conjuring would have been my favorite one to work on. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
it's gotta be. Yeah, it's good. It's sad what happened to what's his name? Halloween. Is it Jason? The actor horror just passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really sad actually. Did you ever do anything with Jason? Did you want to do anything with him?
I know some people that actually worked with him. There was a film called Vengeance. It was a Friday the 13th band film. That's really, really good. You guys should go watch it. And I got to meet those guys on the premiere of the movie when it came out, and he had passed away, I think, like
wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, straight out to Jason. I hope he rests in peace, and straight out love to him. Such a legend. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. What is Ash all about? Because I haven't seen Ash. Oh, is he coming back?
It's a connection.
His connection just dropped then. Signal.
Yeah. Yeah, he's back.
Okay, he's back. We just need to sort your volume out. Your volume's down.
Yeah. Yeah, volume might be on mute or something. It's I had this earlier, didn't I?
Yeah. We all had it.
Yeah, we all had this one.
Come back in and out. It's okay to drop in and out. It's okay. Trust me, we got you back, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. And thank you, Jimmy Smith, by the way. I hope everyone's enjoying themselves. Yeah, we can see you, John. It's just the volume is not coming through.
I just kicked him out. I don't like doing that to movie actors.
But it might come back in. So
yeah, just bear with us, guys, with technical difficulties.
But he's got a lot. He's very active. John's is amazing with how active he is. The reinventing himself.
He's very, very prone to what he does. He's very prone to what he does, and he's very amazing guy. Very amazing guy. Is absolutely amazing. He's good with his films. He's good with the way he is. I absolutely like the guy.
Hi, John.
John, is something going on with your volume, mate? Oh, your volume's down. Might as well trim them.
You're muted.
Your volume is down. It's making funny noises. I think we're having connection problems and technical difficulties.
But I do want to ask John what Will Tongs suggested. I think we should set John a challenge, Drew, and we should go on a ghost hunt with you.
I wish you could.
That would be amazing back there.
Are you back, John? No.
I wonder what
volume. Yeah, volume's gone.
But yeah, when we can, it'd be great to ask John that.
Let's see what he said.
That's a great comment. I'll read the comment out just in case John can hear us.
John, can you actually hear us, mate? You can hear us, but we can't hear you. Right. That is a pain in the butt, isn't it? This is what it's doing. Now, it should be a volume set on your phone at the bottom with the connection settings.
Yep, thank you guys for the comments. Just press like there. And we will be sharing links to John's work and trailers as well, because I've just found a really good trailer on the page.
2 minutes.
Hello, Marie.
John, I'll message you through Facebook. Okay. Try and get my tech guy to help you. Okay.
I'm just doing settings. See if I can do anything.
This is actually happening on live there, guys. He's left. He's left, so he'll be back soon. He's gonna try and fix it. Sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. We do apologise. This absence in this episode. We'll try and get him back on soon. If not, we'll arrange a little date, bring him back on.
Yeah, definitely. Because as well.
Back. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Celebration.
There we go.
Hey, wait.
Okay.
I gotta quickly do this.
Hey. Well, John, I'm not sure if you've ever been on a paranormal investigation before.
No.
Well, Will Tongs put a comment up. I think we should set John a challenge, and we should get him to go on a ghost hunt with Drew. There we go.
Look, I've seen this movie way too many times. I'm not going on a ghost hunt.
You're coming on a ghost hunt. You gotta come with me now.
No.
Yeah.
You know what happens when I go on a ghost hunt? I'm not coming back.
What happens?
I always go first. I'm not going on a ghost hunt.
You ain't going first. It's me who's gonna go first. I'm always on the wheelies.
If you ever find yourself in England, I think we'll have to meet up and sort out a ghost hunt. Thing is, we find ourselves in some funny locations. Drew took me to a place when we met up, and I nearly fell. Well, I didn't know it were there. It were partially like open old grave, and my foot nearly fell down it. That were in day. That were in day. I can't imagine what had happened at night time.
Yeah.
So yes.
You know what happens here, don't you? You know what happens here? You go missing. That's it.
Yeah.
Completely done. The
He goes missing?
He goes missing, doesn't he?
Yeah, I would be the first to go missing.
No, it's usually the people in the wheelchair like me goes first.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know what movies you watch, but everyone I've watched is always the one that looks like me go first. I'm not going on a ghost hunt.
Watch Scary Movie. Scary Movie 3. They always give the test count.
Classic.
Classic. Yeah.
Smack out.
Well,
Straight out line in there.
Dorothy said, "Count me in if we go on that ghost hunt." So yeah. I'll be honest with you, you'd have a fair team of people going on this ghost hunt with you, John, if you ever come over here, or if we ever find ourselves over there.
Yeah.
But, we've it's amazing kind of we've often thought some locations we end up going for paranormal investigating. We look at them and we think, wow, this is a movie set. So old viaducts, abandoned buildings. But yeah, I mean, in America, you've got some amazing sites and locations. I'd love to go to. So, but we've got some really creepy ones.
Do is in my bed today.
Yeah, you definitely should come out here and check it out.
Yeah, I mean, it's a totally different. It's a totally different landscape, isn't it? America to England.
Completely, yeah.
But yeah. Completely. So.
Wait, I gotta say this. I gotta be the first one to say this. America's always getting checked out first in paranormal. Why not some other big countries? Not offend America, though. I'm not offending America. Get it right.
Hey, you're fine. I don't know. I can't answer that question.
But yeah, America's one of the most haunted land of the movie world. They got the biggest horror. We even got the guy from Conjuring on here. That's more than enough to say America's the biggest haunted location in the whole entire world.
I would probably have to say maybe because a lot of us here don't have passports to go there, or I don't know if it has to do with like maybe
I'm just scuba diving to get there.
Permits or anything. Like locations and stuff. I think the biggest thing would be like permits and like the budget to like get the locations and stuff that they need.
Yeah,
I just want to do the scuba diving. I do. Just go into the water and I can swim to America. Not worry about all that other extra stuff you were saying. Nah.
You could too cold for me.
Oh, it's nice. It's nice and cold. It's fresh in. It helps your mentality, especially.
Yeah. That is one of the things over here. When you get out into woods and countryside, especially this time of year, it can get very cold and very wet.
Yep, that's Washington for you.
So yeah, we'd feel at home, I guess.
Let's go to Washington. Let's go to Washington and see what happens over there, and probably go for a pint with this guy.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, shall we? Look, I want to be in your next. I want to be in your next movie. Talking about your next movie, are you looking forward to every ending of this movie? And are you looking forward for your next ones?
Yeah, the biggest one that I'm looking forward to is The Legend of Johnny Jones, just because that's going to be my biggest movie that I've ever done, and I wish I could say where it's going to release. I can't say where. All I can say is that it's going to be coming out on Halloween of 2023.
Excellent. No, that's brilliant.
That's going to be wicked. That is.
Yeah,
that's going to be fantastic.
It's getting a very, very big release. I just can't say where.
No, that's it. No, that's brilliant.
And
no,
go on, John.
No, I was just saying that. Yeah, no, I just want to say thank you for coming on. Anyway, definitely. And
no, thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's because it's brilliant.
Really appreciated you coming on to Entertainment DMTV channel. We absolutely love it. It's gonna go on Raku. Obviously, we had a few mess ups. Don't worry, it's a normal day today. It's a Monday. We can give that. It's a wrong Monday, okay? But
it is. It's a Monday.
A question for you, John, on this line. Would you ever come back onto the NTV channel and do a little interview?
Yeah, of course.
And what do you think of how we done it today? Do you think it's absolutely amazing? Because it's nice to get feedback from you on live there. You can say how bad it is, or how horrible, or how good it was. How do you think of it personally? How we done for you today?
No, personally, I think it was great. It was a great time. I mean, technical difficulties happen. It happens. It's technology, but it was a great time. I think it's well. I love what you guys are doing with this, and I appreciate you bringing me on and all the comments and people who are tuning in. So this is great. Can we expect...
Would you highly recommend us? Like
I would. And then I want to answer one question. Annette asked, "Can we expect to see you in the red carpet?" So I'm actually supposed to be attending 2 red carpet events next year. So the one for Legend Johnny Jones, and then I did one with, I told you guys, Eric Roberts. The movie is called Survivor's Choice.
Yeah, Survivor's Choice.
You can see that on my IMDb. So that we're supposed to have one for both of those movies. So those will be my first big 2 red carpet events I'll be attending.
No, that's amazing. That's brilliant. And yeah, congratulations on that as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not speaking to you no more because something's starting to happen in my room already. Things are starting to fly. I told you, Talking to the Conjuring is one of the creepiest movies. You need to go and check it out, people. Why are you sitting here? You should be going watching it.
Thank you so much, Will. I really appreciate it. Thank you a lot. Yeah, you guys should follow my stuff. I mostly post all of my stuff on my social media, like Instagram. That's where I'm most active and post most of my stuff for people to see.
So definitely.
You can follow if they want to see there. I post clips and stuff and links for it all. So, and thank you, Sherry, for the congratulations. I appreciate it very much.
Come on, people. If you get any more comments, get them out now before he goes. Trust me, he's a hard guy to get hold of.
That's pretty good, and yeah, I'll have to watch it soon. So we'll have plenty of people watching it.
I think your movies absolutely inspire me, and the way you are have already inspired me. Even you're a youngster who started in 2022. You've actually inspired me to actually keep carrying on for entertainment, and people like yourself gives us the courage to keep going. So keep doing a great job, because that gives a lot.
That means a lot. That really truly does mean a lot to me. Like, one thing I always tell people, like, because people ask me all the time, like, they want to get into this stuff and like what it takes, and I tell people, like, it's just doing the things that most people aren't these days, which is just being consistent, having the patience, and just enjoying, and then being able to have that persistence to keep going, because nothing ever happens overnight. I tell people, like, it's a marathon. It's not a race. You have to enjoy every moment, enjoy the journey, and just let life take you where it goes. And you just have to be consistent with everything.
That's it.
No, that's great.
I'm proud. Thank you for that great information there, and seriously, I hope that helps you guys, everyone out there. It definitely helps me, and it helps John and Phil as well. It really is. We are coming to our end slowly, because we have finished a little bit early, because John's got a lot going on as well, and myself have. To all the audience, John, do you want to read out the next few last comments before we go?
Thanks for taking your time. Are you busy scheduled to come talk to us, Anthony? Yeah, if you follow me on Instagram, Anthony, and send me a message, we can talk and we can set something up. So I would love to do that. Dorothy said, I was an extra once and not done anything since. And extra work is fun. I actually started off doing extra work, so that's actually how I started. I did a couple background stuff and then figured a way to get it actually in front of the screen. Let's show John some love, please, all. Thank you very much. Kelly said, I say this because there's a lot of things God and devil, everything we thought last few years, and it's still happening. Great life. Same with me as well. Okay. Looks like I might have answered him.
Yeah. No, definitely. There's some really good comments there. Yeah.
Okay. Shall we end this beautiful live in a minute?
Yeah, it's great. Thank you. Thank you as well for me as well, John. And everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
I would love to come back and do this again with you guys.
Yeah, no, that would be amazing. Definitely, yeah.
I'll book a little date with you. I'll speak to you and have a little book date in the next.
Yeah, I would actually like to do. I would actually like to do it probably around the time like I finish up or starting Johnny Jones movie. So maybe around like April.
Oh,
right.
If
I give you a call after the show, and we can roughly get a date around there, would that be okay?
Yeah, because we actually start filming April 23rd. So and if I'm around, like Danny Trejo and those guys, and if I'm able to like get them on the call with me, who knows? The machete.
No, that's great.
I know what you're doing. Okay. Do you think we should bring him on the show? Do you reckon Danny will come on the show? and all the guys when Johnny.
It's a long shot, but we'll see. It's a long
We'll
shot.
see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Do you know who I really want on here right now? Do you know who should we get? Come on, you know him. You know he's our favorite. We talked about it like a couple of weeks ago.
You're gonna have to remind me. My brain is scrambled.
Machete.
That's why I said that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I said
his name. Oh yeah, damn. Duh, Drew,
Yeah.
what's going on with you? Told you.
What is going on today?
It's called right. Okay, let me quickly explain before everyone starts. So basically, this is called the backwards ADHD day, Drew Day, Monday. Monday's always backwards. I don't know why.
It's just a Monday. That's how Mondays go.
It's a backwards ADHD day. This is what everyone calls it on my last shows. They were calling it every Monday. I spoke backwards, and then I get myself knuckled up, and I'm thinking, oh right, yeah, I know what I done. And mistakes, but that's what makes me hilarious. Is because it is funny. I gotta lie. I cannot lie. It is actually comical how I mix up on Mondays. Only Mondays, nothing else. Only Mondays I mess up.
Did you see the comment? Someone said, "Drew, it's for Drew. It's every day."
Oh, shut up, you. Stop being a bully, Mama D. Typical woman, that is. Love it.
Excellent. No, thank you very much, John. Yeah, that'd be amazing to have a catch up. So especially around April, like you said.
Everyone is saying I got told I should be an extra on your movie. I reckon I should. I'll make a great extra. Dre, why are you making mistakes? Because that's how I do it.
Who hired this guy? Get him off set.
I can't come off set. I belong here. I'm glued here. It's like I was making Steve laugh the other day. Before I was ending the show, I was making him laugh, and I was saying about the Stitch voice. I lost Stitch. I was going like this. Nabba nabba nabba. I was saying Lola. Lola's nabba nabba sauce. Oh, nabba.
That's good. That's good.
Thank you. So that's what I was doing. I said I was just having a random day, and I just messaged him that. He was laughing, like you guys would have. He was laughing. Next minute, he was like, "Yeah, you should go and go into something with that." But yeah, if you got any extra scenes,
yeah.
Drew's having a hyper moment now, so look out, John. Oh my days. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. John, it's been an absolutely pleasure having you on here, my super legend guy from literally. You've done an amazing film. Congratulations for next year on the red carpet as well. Me and you will definitely speak to Danny and tell him to get his butt on here. We'll tell him. The Machete guy is so solid. If you don't know who the Machete guy is, he's the guy from Spy Kids as acting as an uncle, the real uncle of Carmen and Judy. Yep. So if you're not a Spy Kids fan, check him out. But first of all, go and check out this Mister's movie, The Conjuring. Go and do it. What are you doing talking to me? Bugger off and do it. No, don't really bugger off. I love you guys. Thank you to all the audience as well. And thank you to John Red Ridge Paranormal as well. And thank you every single one of you for all the share and support. Again, John, absolutely amazing movie, The Conjuring. An absolutely amazing guy. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been watching Entertainment DN TV channel. Tonight, it's been an amazing chat with these guys. Have a great night and have a wonderful night. Let's end this with a goodbye of crying, because now I don't want to end, but now I have to.
Oh, so
it's too much. Nah, it's okay, guys. But I do stuff in the silliest way, I tell you. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the NTV. Have a great night. This is me, and finish off, your host, Drew Nicholas. What's going on, KP? How you doing, brothers? Finally, you come and meet you.
I know. I gotta